Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. Chiefs, Saints, Monday Night Football. Arrowhead's going to be loud tonight. What are the odds going into this game?
6 points. Chiefs are favored by 6, which is about right. You know, I've become a believer now in the way Kansas City wins these football games, Mike. At first I thought maybe a bit of an anomaly since the offense isn't doing very well, but the offense hasn't done very well. They're not high scoring. So it's the defense that is coming to the rescue, and with the quickness and the size that Kansas City has, that's how they're dominating. Now, New Orleans is not a bad team. Heck, they racked up, 47 against the Dallas Cowboys in a game earlier this season. They can play, and they can score, but I really think Kansas City is probably the stronger of the two teams. I think they may be the strongest in the NFL. They are in the power rankings. Anyway, Chiefs by 6, that's the odds tonight.
Be loud. Be loud. And if you need an excuse for your boss tomorrow because you're hungover because of the game tonight, just let me know. Not only do the Chiefs have a battle in Kansas City on Monday night, the Kansas City Royals continue their postseason run. I thought, unfortunately they didn't win Saturday night, but I thought they did a pretty good job against that team. Kind of shot themselves in the foot. Questionable calls, but you can't let it go down to the game.
6-5 was the final, Mike, and it was a good game. Kansas City had their chances in it. They'll have their chances again tonight. Unfortunately, and it's for the viewers and the fans of both teams, they're playing virtually opposite each other. Now, the Royals game with the Yankees starts about an hour earlier than the game with the Chiefs game with the Saints. But that's the way TV has things scheduled on the weekends. These baseball playoffs, they have 2 of them on Sunday and 2 again Monday. And the 2 are not to at least severely impact the audience that's going to watch the NFL as well. That's what they have to understand, is the NFL is taken into consideration. So the Sunday fare of NFL games, which is quite extensive, wouldn't be affected too badly by 2 games, and the same with the Monday Night Football game. Unfortunately, it's the Royals who are playing. No way to change that schedule now, but the Royals and Yankees play tonight, and the Chiefs and Saints play tonight.
I'm going to have one on my phone and one on the TV.
Why not?
I'm going to have to, because that's the way it's going to go down. We are almost towards the end of the postseason in NASCAR, too, aren't we?
It's coming down the stretch run now, and we're getting down to the limited number of those who can qualify from the point standings. The final results will be decided in a couple of weeks, but right now they're down to 8 drivers. And yesterday in the race at Talladega, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got the win. He just passed Brad Keselowski on the finish line, but neither driver is in that playoff hunt. These are both non-playoff drivers. Everybody runs. All the drivers who are on the circuit run in these races, but there are only a few who have accrued, I should say, enough points to be in the playoffs. William Byron is the leader in the playoffs, and he finished 3rd yesterday. He leads the point standings. Christopher Bell 2nd, and Kyle Larson 3rd. And they'll be down to 8 drivers when they go to the Charlotte Speedway next week. And Charlotte's Roval is what they call it, R-O-V-A-L. That's because there's a combination road race and regular NASCAR race around the oval. So this will be very interesting. Nonetheless, the championships will be decided the first week in November out in Phoenix.
Incredible game Saturday. I know I don't even really want to talk about your picks, to be quite honest with you, because having looked at that the win and loss category on Saturday, I don't think anyone got that right.
Well, from a win-loss, no. But from a point stand, and that's how you play, that's how you make the bets. It's the point spreads that you're working on. And that actually didn't figure out too badly because a lot of dogs came through. But I could not believe Alabama losing to Vanderbilt. But then again, who could believe Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame earlier in the season? This is a wacko year, to say the least. One of the rankings, Associated Press rankings, that's the crystal ball. That's the key to whatever. They're the oldest of the ranking systems in the country, and so they're the ones you pay most attention to. The Texas Longhorns, who did not play, are elevated to number 1. But who do you suppose they play this Saturday? Texas and Oklahoma. This is their annual Red River, they used to call it shootout, but oh no, we're much calmer now. So it's a Red River rivalry now. Jeez, what is the matter with us, for heaven's sake? Anyway, Texas, Oklahoma play in the Cotton Bowl on Saturday. That's a big game. They're number 1, Texas is. Ohio State 2nd, Oregon 3rd, Penn State 4th, and Georgia is in 5th place. That's the top 5 teams in the country, and they are all very good football teams and all emerged unscathed. Of course, Texas didn't play, but the others did against lesser competition. But Vanderbilt was lesser competition for Alabama, and you see what happened. A lot of parity, folks, an awful lot of parity.
Funny to watch them taking that goalpost down Broadway downtown after the game. That was really badass.
Think about the folks coming out of all the country and western shows in Nashville.
Coming out of the bar.
What is this?
What, is that a goalpost? Oh, man. You know they knew exactly what the hell was going on. How could they not? So we kind of had a feeling Mizzou was really going to get tested in Texas, and man, did they get tested.
Wow. And Missouri, which was number 9 in the country, in all honesty, I'm not being facetious nor critical, but I thought they were a bogus number 9. And, well, Texas A&M showed that was the case. 41-10, the Aggies just wasted Missouri. The Missouri Tigers had a big chance early, but a lot of penalties went against them. They were questionable penalties, but nonetheless, when you have 103,000 fans bellowing from the high above at Kyle Field, even the referees can get affected. Anyway, the Tigers dropped down to 21st in the rankings, under 9 to 21 with a 41-10 loss. Now, Mizzou does have what would be considered to be a relatively easy game coming up this week. It's a non-conference game. They play UMass. Massachusetts is trying to come back and be a big-time team. Well, they've gotten clobbered by everybody they play, and the game's in Amherst, Massachusetts, so more than likely Missouri will be a huge favorite in that one. But as far as Texas A&M, and they being the Tigers, still have Alabama and Auburn and people like that still to play. Watch out.
It's going to be a tough rest of that season. But you know what? It's college football, and it ain't easy, and definitely ain't easy anymore. So tonight, Chiefs in prime time again. Ned Talk starts at 5, right?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Yours truly and the other stars will be we'll be here in the studio to do our pregame show, 5 to 6. That is the pregame show, and then the Chiefs Network starts at 6 and goes right up to game time, which will be about, I'm going to guess, 7:15, 7:30. Maybe cool tonight up at Arrowhead Stadium, or cooler, I should say, but everything is relative. Cooler will be probably in the mid-50s. That beats the devil out of 10 below zero any day in the world. Anyway, it should be a lot of fun. Hope you join us for the broadcast if you're not going to the game right here on the Cave.
I'm hoping to see a return to form for Kareem Hunt tonight in Arrowhead. His first game back as the Chief at Arrowhead, prime time. Watch out. He might be going off, Ned. You have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.